there, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Abby and this is Abby's Retro Rescue, and today we're going to do another awesomely 80s thrift haul. So I am obsessed with estate sales, digging up old treasures from the 80s, from my childhood and probably from yours if you're here watching. So I kind of feel like I'm rescuing these items. But first, let's take a look and have that warm, fuzzy, nostalgic feeling. The first thing that I'm going to show you today is warm and fuzzy, and I was very excited to find this vintage Garfield sleeping bag. And it is in perfect condition. The picture is the same on the front and the back. Here, let me show you. We have Garfield reclining on his little pillow there, looking very cool and comfortable. When I see these old sleeping bags, they're usually pretty ratty, but this one is in perfect condition, so I couldn't resist it. And it just gives me that nostalgic feeling because it reminds me of all the fun sleepovers that I went to or that I hosted back in the 80s. I think kids still do that. Those don't go out of style, right? I had an annual Halloween sleepover every year, and usually for my birthday, we would do a sleepover as well. I have a couple more vintage sleeping bags already listed on my Etsy, but they're a little bit more rare of characters. Silver Hawks, and I have one that's Golden Girls, not to be confused with the Golden Girls TV show with the old ladies. This is Golden Girl, the cartoon, which I did not remember from the 80s, but I looked it up and it was a thing for a little bit.
I am Golden Girl, guardian of the gemstone.
I think it only had like maybe 1 or 2 seasons. So maybe somewhere out there, there's somebody that's looking for that very specific thing. So I will add this to my listing of vintage sleeping bags if you're looking for one of those for your next camp out or slumber party. Speaking of sleepovers, one of our favorite pastimes was to read scary stories to tell in the dark. Do you guys remember these? Alvin Schwarz classic books, and the drawings by Stephen Gamel, I'm not sure how to say that. The drawings were my favorite. They're super creepy. I don't know how he made these drawings, if he used some kind of like drippy ink, because they had this cool sort of like look to them, very distinctive, very scary. There were several of those. This is the original one, so I was glad to find a copy of it. And once I start getting extras of these, I will put them in Etsy. I do have some other books in Etsy right now under the teen horror fiction section, so you can check that out if you want a little 80s teen horror. Nothing like super duper scary. We're not talking Stephen King here, but these were fun and spooky. Back in the day, reading these and trying to scare my friends was one of my favorite pastimes, so I don't know if that makes me weird or cool, but I love a good scare. To go with my books, I got a little bookmark. It's California Raisins. Don't you know? I heard it through the grapevine. California Raisins bookmark. Very cute, very 80s. And you guys know I usually buy a lot of plush. This time I only have one plush to show you because I bought a bunch of these little Rodney reindeer. I've been buying them all year long for the holiday season. And as soon as I put them on Etsy, they sell. This is the only one I have left. They just sell like hotcakes, especially at this time of year. And why wouldn't somebody want this adorable Rodney reindeer? I love these. I think they're so fun for the holidays. Well, here's a fun fashion trend. Who remembers these? They are these funny curly shoelaces. Curly laces. I like this one here. It says, they're way kinky. No tie laces. These ones are navy blue. Looks like they've never been used. They're still in the original packaging. And these ones are glow in the dark. How fun. Now, do you guys remember using these? Because my friends and I were super into them. If I can find a photo of it, I'm going to insert it here for you to see my friend Laura and I showing off our curly laces. These were all the rage back in the mid-80s. And so when I saw these new ones in the package, I thought they would be fun to get. They'll probably go in my Etsy store. I probably won't be using these, but they are kind of handy, so maybe. Would you laugh at me if you saw me walking down the street with curly laces? Be honest. I got 2 classic 80s movies for our VHS collection. Risky Business. And this one's fun because it's a previously viewed tape probably somebody bought from like a, not Blockbuster because it's in a different container, but one of the, video stores when they went out of business, they would sell these. So, but it's in good condition. And who doesn't love a little Risky Business? And then, of course, National Lampoon's Vacation, classic 80s. I was surprised we didn't already have this one. We had it on DVD. We have the whole set, but we didn't have it on VHS, so it'll look nice in our little basement Blockbuster. Along with the movies, I got a little movie poster. This is a mini movie poster for Beverly Hills Cop. You guys know, we probably know if you watch our other channel, Our 80s Life. And if you're not watching our other channel, be sure and check that out. It's linked below. And on there, we do movie night, dinner and a movie night. One of our recent ones, we did Beverly Hills Cop. We had an amazing dinner that night, and the dessert was our favorite. It was banana in the tailpipe pudding made by Keith. But I thought that this little mini poster was really fun. We also loved the new Axel F, by the way. If you haven't seen that one on Netflix, we thought it was great. Definitely 80s approved. And I like this little mini poster because our walls, as you can see, are pretty full. So we don't have room for like a full-size poster, but this little one is perfect. I got one vintage magazine. This is Family Circle, June 1983. And the reason I bought it is because it has Every Woman's Complete Beauty Handbook, 32-page pull-out, makeup, hair care, toning up, dressing slim, and more. I'm very curious to know what their suggestions are for the beauty of 1983. So that was the main reason I bought this. But as you know, I also enjoy seeing the articles, and I also really enjoy the ads. Oh my goodness. We've got a fold-out ad for panty liners. These are so funny to me. And oh, here we go. Oh, do you guys remember this? Impossible Pie? The Bisquick. It was like all the rage, these Impossible Pie recipes. Impossible because you didn't have to make a pie crust. You just put like Bisquick in the bottom and it makes its own crust. Oh, and here's a commercial for Care Bears. That's so cute. And Band-Aids. Anyway, so we'll have to check out the beauty book inside here. Maybe I'll make a separate video about that. Well, speaking of beauty, I'm sure they must discuss the need for a good hairspray, and every 80s girl knows that Aquanet is the absolute best. At least it's the strongest that you could get. And this still has the original little price tag from, can you see it? Skaggs. My mom shopped at Skaggs. I don't think they exist anymore. Tell me if they do. I don't think they do. But this is a very old little Aquanet. I like the size of it, the smaller. I have one there. This one here is a newer, bigger size. But this one is fun. What do you think? I just fixed my hair. Should I try it? Well, the sprayer doesn't work. But that's okay because, we got to protect the atmosphere, the ozone, right? I got a handful of Happy Meal toys from one house that had a big basket of them. I didn't want to grab too many of them. I think they were like maybe $1 each. But I noticed a trend. They had these Disney Epcot Adventures. I think they're actually from possibly the early 90s, but they have the different characters. And I like that they're still in the package. So there's a Mickey Mouse one. There is Mickey and Friends, Dale from Chip and Dale. There is Pluto, and they're in the different countries from Epcot. So this is Pluto in France, and he's got a little beret. And then also the Snow White Adventures. These are also super cute, and I have a few of these. I haven't listed them yet. I have some other Happy Meal toys listed in my Etsy shop if you're looking for those, but I haven't listed the Snow White ones. I usually wait until I get a few of each thing, and then I'll put them in the shop with a drop-down menu, so you can pick which one you want. So be watching for those. I got 2 jewelry items. First off, these earrings, which I bought for myself. Aren't they cute? They're so pretty. And they're very 80s with that sort of prisma color. But the thing I really like about them is they're lightweight, because a lot of the big earrings from the 80s were like oversized and very heavy, and they'll just really pull on your ear and it hurts my ear. I can't wear big, heavy earrings. But these are nice and lightweight, and so they'll be great. I would totally wear these, especially on the 80s cruise. And then, you guys, I was very excited to find this swatch. I have not done a lot of research to find out the name of it, and I haven't put a fresh battery, so fingers crossed that it will work. You know, these are hit and miss. Charles, if you're watching, let us know if you know anything about this swatch. He is my friend who gifted me with a whole bunch of vintage swatches, but I had actually not seen this one. When it's operational, these things will move around, and it's like one of the jellyfish ones because it's clear. So anyway, I think it's called White Lacquer Skeleton. That was the best thing I could find online, but if you guys have any information, I don't think that this is super old, but I can't tell. It's in such good condition. If it is old, that's amazing. I didn't pay a ton for it, but I'm really hoping that it will work. The next item is not from the 80s. They're much older, and it's a whole bag of Cracker Jack charms. A child has tied these together on a string back in the day. But you could just tell by looking, like look at this. You can just tell by looking that these are older Cracker Jack charms. Well, shoot, even starting in the 80s, they didn't even have the plasticky ones anymore. They started having just like the paper and the tattoos and the little puzzles and things. So whenever I find vintage Cracker Jacks like this, I always go for them if they're a good price. People like to make jewelry out of them. And so those will go on my Etsy store eventually, but they're fun to look at. Probably my favorite one is the the three monkeys here. Hear no evil, speak no evil, see no evil. Is that right? Did I do it right? Aren't they funny? That's hilarious. So anyway, vintage Cracker Jacks. Very fun to look at, very fun to collect. My best find from this haul was actually something that I wasn't sure what they were. I had to do a little research. I don't know if I just had a memory gap. I don't remember playing with these. I don't remember seeing them at my friend's house, but they were so darn cute. They're in somebody's basement. I spotted this. I didn't pay very much for it. And it's like a little dollhouse. It looked like it might be from the 80s based on the look and the color and all that. And I opened it up. It was actually full, you guys, of all of these little dolls. And they're just as cute as they can be. Let me show you what's special about these. All right, so the little dolls are super cute, but look at this. These outfits pop off, and you can change their little clothes. How fun is that? Now she's sitting in the chair. So, okay, I looked these up. See if you remember these. They're actually from 1979. They're from the Knickerbocker Toy Company, and they are called Dolly Pops. I think that's right, Dolly Pops. Please let me know if you remember these, because I did not. But I know my younger self would have loved this little portable dollhouse with these little dolls in them. I just think they're freaking adorable. So this will go in my Etsy shop. There are several that are multiples, like these. So I'll probably split them up and sell the dolls and some of the little outfits separate. Isn't that so cute? See, it just cleverly pops on there, hence the name, Dolly Pops. They also have another fun feature. Some of them have this little switch on the back, and I was like, huh, what's that? And when you slide it, look what happens. Her ponytails go in, and then they get longer. Why do we need this feature? I do not know. I don't know why we need her to have short hair or long hair. It just gives you the option. They don't all have it. I don't know what is up with that. But I thought it was so funny. Whoop. And it's kind of fun. Their hair is not in the best condition. There's one girl, bless her heart. This one girl, I mean, her hair is just destroyed. But I mean, they're like over 40 years old, so, you know, it's understandable. Woo! Like, I don't know what happened to this girl's hair or if we can even save it. But they're fun. I only paid a few dollars and I got the house with all of these dolls and outfits. So that was probably worth it. That's all I have to share for today, but thank you so much for watching this video. And if you enjoyed it, I've got a playlist linked right here with a bunch more videos just like this one. So I'll see you over there, and then be sure and ring that bell for notifications, and I'll see you in my next video real soon. Bye, y'all.